Guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is very exciting because this is the house that I will be using in my Not So Berry challenge. I am very excited to start recording. I have been kind of like, I might have explained in one of my previous videos, but I had been umming and ahhing for so long about like doing a let's play perhaps, or just like some sort of challenge. And after having like many suggestions of like different challenges that I could try, I decided I was just going to go for the Not So Berry challenge. And my reason for that, rather than you guys are so nice, like I had a few like suggestions of what I could do, but in the end I just kind of thought the Not So Berry challenge is probably like perfect for what I want to get out of the game at the moment. So at the moment, like me playing the game, I don't really get much out of it. The Not So Berry challenge is designed so that you use aspects of the game that you would not normally do. So for example, when I'm playing The Sims, my sim always is the same. Like I always start off with a girl and then she like meets someone, gets married. We always like then work on her career and get her to the top of like some of the pretty much like the same career path each time, which is normally either like the writing, the painting, or I can't remember what else it was. Something like that anyway. And it is always the same every single time I play, and I get very bored. Oh, it's the cooking career. But anyway, I get very bored of it very, very quickly just because I'm doing like exactly the same thing each time. So with this is going to be completely different, I think. So the first generation is the mint generation, and your sim has to go down the science career path, and she has to do stuff like collecting gems and whatever it is. Like this is the thing. Like I haven't got a clue. I just don't do it. So I am really excited to see how this goes. I haven't actually started recording yet, so I'm hoping in like the next couple of days I can get a couple of parts done. My plan is to pre-record like the first 3 episodes perhaps, and then we can have some feedback and see what you guys think. This is because I've been wanting to get like a second video onto my channel, and so far I haven't really been able to do that with builds, just because building for me takes such a long time. Like when I'm actually like on The Sims, I don't really have time to like spend ages on builds. That's why I've only really been doing 1 video per week so far. So hopefully this will bring a second video onto my channel. I'm just very excited for it. I just can't wait to start. One thing to just note, when I play The Sims, like not a lot happens sometimes, and I have this really bad habit of just pressing pause all the time whilst I'm like queuing up jobs for The Sims to do. So I'm really hoping that my gameplay in this will not be as bad as that. Hopefully it will be like lots to do and it won't be as monotonous for you guys as it is for me sometimes when I'm playing. So hopefully it should all be entertaining, and hopefully I can like edit it down if it's not anyway. But so I'm just going to move on to the build. So we have just finished the shell outside. One of the things with this challenge is that your sim lives a very like berry life. So this is, to be honest, like I don't quite get it actually now that I come to think of it, because mint, they're not berries. But anyway, obviously it has some other meaning to it. So this is the house that I have built for my Mint sim. So far I am building it in Windenburg, but actually I do end up moving it for gameplay over to Newcrest, and I've kind of like filled out the town a bit with some of my builds and some of the builds from other creators as well. There are still a few lots available, so if anybody has anything that I can put into that world, then do let me know down below. And also Sims as well. I need to fill the houses out with Sims, so please just send me like a message down in the comments or on Twitter. My Twitter handle is @SophieRoseSims. And yeah, just let me know of any like Sims or houses that I can put into my game, just because I'm trying to fill it out and I don't want like the same Sims going around all the time. But yeah, anyway, so back to the build. Like I said, this is a mint house. So one of the greatest things about the cats and dogs pack, I think it was, is that everything, or it might have been Parenthood, I can't remember, but everything came in a nice cool mint frame. So in order to like maximize the berryness of this house, all my windows are that nice mint green color, and it just kind of means that the kind of, I don't like, obviously inside I've like decorated it with like a mint theme in mind, but it meant that not everything had to be mint. And I'm actually really surprised with like the style that I went for this. I don't know, I'm surprised that I didn't go for something more modern, I'm guessing. But everything in here is just like very like nice and country. But I suppose in a way, like, she's come from humble beginnings, and it just kind of means that she will work to make more money. And then maybe like later on down the line, when we get onto like the second or third generation, they will have a lot more money. So that means that they can move out and actually have like more of a modern home. But like the whole style of this is very like countryside-esque, I suppose. We use a lot of the items from Cats and Dogs and Parenthood, just because I kind of feel like the items from those two games just work very nicely together. But yeah, so in terms of like the garden, I decided to put a swimming pool in there, and then we kind of like kit it out in the like towards, oh no, I'll explain why I'm saying oh no in a second. But the garden gets kitted out with just like a nice swimming pool, table and chairs and whatnot, and like a chess table as well, just because one of the skills that we need to work on whilst doing this challenge is the logic skill. She's in the scientific career. I think they need a lot of logic. So one thing that I need to explain, unfortunately, like this has happened. Like, this is the first time this has actually ever happened to me, but when I came to like finish this build, for the first time ever, I didn't press the record button. So you'll find that at the end we kind of like, we go upstairs and we do the main bedroom and the bathrooms, and then that is it. I completely forgot to press go on whilst I was decorating the hallway and the second bedroom and the like outside bit as well. But that is not to worry, because to be honest, the second bedroom I do not do much in terms of decorating. The sim who is moving into this house, she's just on her own, so obviously the space is there for when her family grows. So the second bedroom wasn't decorated fully in a way, like I didn't decorate it for a particular person, I suppose. But yeah, so the kitchen, we just finished the kitchen. The kitchen, I've obviously used like lots of nice mint green appliances, which all works very nicely, but it's, you know, it's quite nice because it means just that it's not all mint. And I'm sure this isn't like the whole idea of doing the Not So Berry challenge for every single thing to be mint, but it's quite nice just to have some variation as well. So one of the tiles that I used to love using all the time, I've put that as a splashback against the wall, and then we've just gone for nice green walls at the same time. But yeah, so we're just doing the little dining room now. This is the sort of thing that I just kind of want to like fill up with items as and when the challenge goes on. So at the moment, we just kind of have like the stock bits that I normally use. As well as with the kitchen as well, when I kind of like have an idea of like the personality of the sim that I'm using. I think that will be when we end up like decorating the house a bit more personally to that sim. But I suppose like actually like a nice thing is that I'm finally going to be using one of the builds that I've made. I'm actually using it and playing with it. So this will be interesting to see if everything works. Like normally I don't play test my buildings, so we'll see. We'll see if it all works nicely. So yeah, I don't know if anyone just saw it, just quickly tested that beautiful yellow wallpaper. I promise that I wanted to use it, but then this room is just way too big to have like bright yellow everywhere, so we go for a more muted colour. I do end up using the bright yellow in the study, I think, which I put upstairs. So yeah, for this, I think my phone's going off. Please excuse me. But yeah, so upstairs, the living room is obviously just a generic living room. But we put in like some nice skill building items as well, and I feel like this room's quite cozy. The kind of colours that I've gone for this, obviously, it's not as mint in here, but the windows do add a bit of mint to it as well. But we go for nice wooden colours instead, and like nice warm, like I don't know if it's like an orangey colour, like a muted red perhaps, but yeah, I don't know. I like how it turned out, to be honest. I think it's nice and cozy. But yeah, no, I suppose the whole house, it doesn't have like a modern feel to it. It's all very rustic, and that is from like the laundry pack stuff as well. But yeah, I'm really hoping one day, sometime soon maybe, that I'm actually going to be able to download the Jungle Adventure Pack, because I haven't actually downloaded it yet. It's been well overdue. But to be honest, like with any new pack that comes out, unless it's like a stuff pack, because unless it's like actually I should re-say this, unless it's a stuff pack that I actually want to use, I don't really download the new game packs or expansion packs straight away. I normally wait until like the hype's gone down a little bit, just because I kind of end up watching other YouTubers play the game and then realise, well, I've kind of like lived my game experience through them instead. So yeah, I'm quite interested to see what that game is like. I do know it has some very nice items, and I keep on saying this like every time I build, like, oh, I bet that if I had the jungle pack, I would have been able to decorate it so differently and use all the nice tiles in it and whatnot. But I'll get round to it eventually, and then I can like finally do like a nice jungle villa or whatever. But yeah, so we are just moving upstairs. We're just working on the study. I kind of thought, because obviously she's going to be in the scientific career. She needs a good desk, and like a nice work area, and also because they have to collect all the stones from around town. They also need that display piece as well, which, yeah, this is just an amazing challenge, because I would never had any idea what that thing was for. So, but apparently you display all the gems that you find from around the world. So it's all good. I can't wait. I'm really excited. So yeah, I can't remember if I explained this earlier, but basically this, oh no, I did explain it. Don't worry. Ignore me, guys. Ignore me. But yeah, so that was the study. Just moving on to the bathrooms. And yeah, I don't know. Obviously, like my bathrooms are all pretty much the same, like no matter what build I do. And I just do the standard thing for like pretty much all of them. And I put the nice flowers on the wall and I put like a picture of a beach or whatever. So yeah, it's all pretty generic, but I just kind of wanted to keep it similar to what I've done before, just because I actually get to play with it this time. So it's kind of like similar to what I always do. The ensuite bathroom is pretty much the same as any build that I do. I've chosen to use the fitness stuff pack items in there because I think they're all beautiful and modern, and maybe it could be like the start of the modernization of her life or whatever. And one of the things to note with this challenge, which is quite thankful, because I think this build comes in at like 103 simoleons, 100,000 simoleons, I should say. But yeah, sorry, blanked. So yeah, the challenge does allow you to put free real estate on. So my sim has moved into this build with no issues, and then I'm going to set her money to like 5,000 simoleons or something like that, because I think that is more fair. But yeah, I realised they keep on calling her by, I can't remember what I called her, so I think we'll find out when I start the challenge what her name is, and I'll do a little introduction. But yeah, so this is pretty much it. Obviously, like I said earlier, I didn't press record for the final bit of this build, but to be honest, it is all pretty much done. We're going to go into the screenshots now. Let me know down below what you thought, and I shall see you next time. Bye!